Both sides are now in place. The next step is to get the TV up on the shelf. But first, I need to figure out where the plugs are going to come down and drill a hole in the back board for the cords, and then put one of those inserts in to kind of hide it a little bit. And in the future, not really sure when it's going to happen, as soon as I get some ambition, I will build the new insert for the fireplace. But for now, I am extremely happy. This has been my vision for a very long time, and I would say that I'm like about 85% done. Okay, I think I've figured out how to get my math. So I'm going to put my camera down, and I'm going to measure from cabinet to cabinet. 69.25 inches, 69.25. And then I'm going to take from leg tip to leg tip, or foot tip, however you want to phrase it. And that is 50.5. So 69.25 minus 50.5. Damn it, I need my calculator. 69.25 minus, what did I say, 50.5? 18.75. So that's the difference between the width of the wall, the width of the shelf, and the span between the two legs. So 18.75. So if I cut that in half, it'll be 9 3/8. So 9 3/8 of an inch from each side is where the outside point, let me just put that in there, divided by 2. Yeah, 9 3/8 on each side, and that's to the tip of the foot. But it's going to be in a little bit from there. But at least I know that if I put my hole saw on the outside edge of 9 3/8, I should be good. Should be good. I'm not really feeling 100% confident, and honestly, I can't get the TV up there just to try it because, number one, I can't lift it up that high because the legs aren't really attached and they'll just fall out. I don't have, two people here that can help me with that. So I need to just make sure that I get it right. And I actually think that might be good, because if it's on the outside edge, then the whole big circle will be more under the leg. And then the wire can just go through that at any point. And it has like a little thing with a slot that I can put over it to keep the wire in place. I did paint the shelves here with a high gloss white Probably shouldn't have used a high gloss, but I don't know. I've got a bunch of different textures going on now, and honestly, I think it's just fine. So I put these 2x4 scrap pieces in here just as a little extra support. I feel pretty good about putting the TV up there as it is, or as is, but just trying to play it safe a little bit. Anyway, so when I build my cabinet for my new fireplace that I don't have yet, my plan is to possibly have it on some wheels, because I don't like to make anything that's permanent. Just a little weird thing about me. So I'm going to have it on wheels, and it'll just roll right underneath here. And it'll have a lip on the front, so the lip will be in front of this edge here. So this will look a little more substantial once I get that piece in there. It'll look like a piece of trim or molding or whatever. I've got one hole cut in the board, and as I mentioned before, this wood is just total crap to work with. It's very splintery, so I'm going to clean it up just a smidgen with my little emery board here. And then I'm going to drill the hole on the other end. I gotta wait for my other little insert to get here. Really crappy underneath too, but you're really not going to see that, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, let's see what happens when I put this in. Huh, look at that. All prettied up. And then afterwards, after I get the wire in, this little cap goes in to give even more coverage, and you can rotate it according to where the wire is located, which is kind of neat. So there we go. I'm feeling good about the placement right now. That's all I'm saying. The truth comes out when the TV gets up here. We'll see. I've gone through my second Makita battery, and I've still got the first one on the charger. So once I get that squared away, I can finish my second hole. Both holes are in, and the inserts are in. Now I am just waiting for some help to get the 65 up on the shelf. My mess is clean and feeling pretty good about it. I've got these 2x4s in here just for a little extra support until I can get something a little more permanent. I think it's going to hold it with no problem because the weight, the bearing part of the weight is like way out here, and it's close to where this is. It's not like you get a big heavy thing like right in the middle. So I think it's going to be good. Feeling pretty confident right now. This here is my sophisticated setup for cutting wood inside the house. I've got my hand miter saw that my mom had bought me at a yard sale 100 years ago. Probably at least 35 years ago anyway. This thing must have a self-sharpening blade because I've had the same blade, never been sharpened. Knock on wood. But it's still cutting. Granted, I'm all out of breath because I'm almost through this piece and I've already cut my first piece right there. So I'm making the supports for the left and right side in the back of my fireplace insert. And this is where I am right now. My new insert is coming tomorrow. I am super excited. And hopefully among all the 9 million things I have going on in my life, I will actually get this thing finished before Christmas. I've got my 2 upright supports installed under the shelf. Now I can take out the fireplace and then build my front the face and the frame for the new fireplace, which is right there in the box. I'm gonna test it and make sure it works before I get too crazy. So I'm gonna take this one out, take this fireplace out and put it in the kitchen for now. See how that works out. I don't know if I really want to give up that space, but I'm gonna give it a test run since it's so cold in the kitchen. But there you have it. My 2 supports or stabilizers for the shelf are now in, and I am ready to rock and roll. This here is my outdoor workshop where I cut my lumber. I've got my saw here on top of the air conditioner, which is covered with a plastic shower curtain, and I've got a chair that I sometimes put the end of my wood on so that it doesn't fall on the floor or wing up in the air or something. And then this is my shed where I keep my saw. It's got to stand up on end in that little spot right there. Anyway, so there's a lot involved when I have a project like this. Anyway, back to work. So all of my wood is warped, and I got this little system set up here. I've got a 2x4 underneath, 2x4 underneath on this end, and I've got a little bit of weight on the middle, but it's not enough weight, obviously. And I don't have time to stand there all day, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. One thing I do know is I need to start cleaning my mess because Christmas is just like how many days is it? I don't know. It's getting here really quick. I think it's like 5 days away. And I have to at least clean up my mess. If I don't get this finished, that's fine. I'll have all the wood cut up. It'll be out of the way. But in the meantime, I need to get all my other crap straightened out.